100 years ago next Saturday, 28th of June, 1914, was, of course, the assassination of Franz Ferdinand and his wife in Sarajevo.
For public broadcasters all over Europe, and especially the members of the European Broadcasting Union, which are all public broadcasters in Europe, it was natural that you would like to want to cover this event. It's our obligation as public broadcasters to give more context and more depth and to put, let's say, happenings into a context, as I said. And if you want to do this, you have to start working much earlier. You don't start doing this just in the year where it happens. So the work on let's say, various projects has started, in fact, probably roughly 4, eventually even 5 years ago. So the first obligation for us was also to make sure what are the ideas, what are good projects, how could we cooperate? Because this is the force of a union, because this World War I was an event that took place all over Europe. It took place in the former colonies at that time. It took place as well in Russia, in Turkey, as in all the other, let's say, France, Germany, and so on, and Belgium, of course, other countries. So how could we actually bring our knowledge, our archives, our history, our memories together? And I must say, from the first second I had heard about that, but also all the people that were involved heard about this idea, we were fascinated. We were fascinated because of the strength of the symbolic. Everybody is involved. It is the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra that's going to play in Sarajevo. It's France Télévisions and ZDF co-producing this event. It's going to be shared and aired by more than 40 countries.
Music especially, is a language spoken or understood all over the world, understood by all people who would listen, who would like to listen to music. And the idea of this concert, I would only now say a little bit on the musical program. The idea is on the one hand, let's say a journey through the times, through the common past of, let's say, Austria and and Bosnia, but also a journey through the human soul. Each masterpiece is a universe.
And also, so I represent France Télévisions and France 2 in the French television service public service. And the future of the public service of television is, and should be, and is only the events.
And I think we need to remind ourselves sometimes that the original motivation for creating the European Union was to say never again. But as we look beyond our borders at what's happening in Ukraine, what's happening in Syria, it's not very far away, what's happening in the Sahel, or what happened 20 years ago in Sarajevo, it's a reminder of how fragile peace can be, how you need to work at it, and how creating structures that bring countries together in a cooperative framework is actually vital.